All right, we are in the middle of 3 inspection periods with 2 buyers and 1 seller. And I have done a couple of other videos about what's going on with those and how this inspection period kind of lays out with the contract deadlines. And I want to give you some more information on the resolution options, because when we start talking about discussing and negotiating what the resolution is going to be, there's kind of 3 different things that it could be, and it could be a combination of any of these 3 things. It can be that the seller's fixing things before closing. The seller's going to give some money at closing to fix the things later, or a reduction in purchase price. So the reduction in purchase price, in my experience, it most often just happens, especially on cash deals, because there is no loan. It doesn't make sense for the seller to give credit when the buyer is just bringing cash to the table at closing. So those are the ones where we most often just end up agreeing to a number and then reducing the purchase price by that much. Now the other thing, so here's what I think about having the seller do the work versus the seller giving money for the work or part of the work to be done. When you are on the buy side, if you're the buyer, I recommend to my buyers that they get money for the stuff to be done and that they do the stuff after closing, because a seller is on their way out. A seller is going to do things for the cheapest amount that they can, just the minimum amount to get it to pass whatever was agreed to in the resolution. Now, if a buyer will accept some amount of credit and take care of it after closing, now the buyer has control over who they hire, how much they're paying. If there's a warranty, they can make sure that they get the warranty for the work that's being done. And so, I mean, you know, I'm sure that there's different thoughts and opinions on this, and certainly there are things where buyers say, no, we want the seller to take care of that before we move in. We don't want to mess with that at all. We just want them to do it. We don't care about the rest of that, you know, having control over the process. So it can kind of depend on what you're talking about. You know, certainly higher dollar items or higher ticket items, you might want to have more control over than, for example, making sure that all the smoke detectors and CO2 detectors are where they're supposed to be and that they're installed. So like that might be something that the seller could just take care of, and then the buyer doesn't have to worry about it. So that's my opinion on whether or not you should be getting seller concessions or credits versus having the seller make repairs. So drop some comments below. What do you think?